Hello to everybody and their moms, it's your girl Kristen here and welcome back to my channel. Today I actually have a super timely and also really fun video for you guys today. And if you're at the title of this video, I'm sure you already have a sense of what's going on, but essentially I wanted to provide you guys with some really quick last minute Christmas ideas that are all under $15. This is your opportunity to get crafty, to have a little DIY moment, to, you know, give that special someone something really heartfelt, but also something that won't break the bank. Before we get started, because I'm gonna be honest with you, this was a lot of work. I would really appreciate if you could subscribe to my channel, especially if you're new here. Would love for you to join our family, and I don't want to take up too much time, so let's just go ahead and get started. So to create this canvas, you're going to need a canvas, some tape, some paint. You're also going to need a brush and some thread. I chose some embroidery thread. So you're going to first take your tape and put it across the canvas just like this to separate the two sides, because you're going to be painting. And if you're anything like me, in the first 5 seconds you'll mess up and it is okay. So on the side where I accidentally got paint, I took a wet napkin, wiped off as much as I could, and then I took some white paint and painted over the spot. And then I proceeded. When I got it looking like this, I took the tape off, and so you have two somewhat different sides. So next you're gonna take your design. I recommend making it smaller, but I didn't, so you take some tape and tape it down, and then you'll go ahead and take a little pin and just start poking holes into the canvas. Because this is a tutorial, I just want to make sure this is extremely clear that you're not poking random holes on the canvas. You're going to use the actual image that you have and use that as a template. So along the lines wherever your design happens to go, that's where you're going to put your dots. So then when you peel it back, it'll be like a connect the dots moment. When you're done, it should look like this, and you'll take some sort of needle. It doesn't have to be an embroidery needle, just a needle, and you'll lay out your thread that you're wanting to use. Because I used embroidery thread, I split it in half so it had 3 strands. And so for a quick tutorial, you're gonna poke that needle through the back of the canvas, pull it through nice and slowly so you don't tangle anything up, and you'll have the knot on the back nice and secure. So then you're gonna pick another point, put it through that hole, and then go ahead and pull it through as well, nice and slowly. I'm serious, go slow or else it'll get tangled, and that's so frustrating. You'll poke it up through again another hole, and then back through the end of the original first line that we created. So you'll have this really nice looking line. It looks like we drew it on. And when you finish an entire point, you'll take your thread and cut it from the needle, tie it like you would tie anything, cut off the excess, and repeat the other steps, and honestly, you're done. So for this, I took a clipboard that I had lying around my house, and then I also had some white acrylic paint. And so you can use any color paint you want, but I wanted white for my base. I did one thin coat simply because I was trying to go for something rustic. That's literally just what I wanted it to look like, but you can do more coats if you desire. Found an image of a cactus off the internet, and I sketched it onto the clipboard itself because I'm not an artist. And so I took this color paint, that's just the color I'd wanted to use. Again, you can use whatever you like, and I just filled in the image that I had sketched from earlier. Next, I wanted to put some flowers on my cactus, so I mixed some orange and white paint and just added them on there. Next, I took a pencil and I wanted to add some words above the cactus, so I wrote out my YouTube username. It's ChrisTV. You can barely see it, but I took a Sharpie and went over the words so that it would look dark. And then I just took a thin paintbrush, and with some black paint, I went through and thickened the words up because that's the look I was going for. So next, To add a little bit of extra something, you can go to a website called Canva, find a calendar template that you like, and customize the entire thing. And so that's literally what you're just seeing here, is me just customizing it to the way that I wanted it to look. Once you finish your design, you'll print it out and you're done. So for this gift, you're going to need a Spotify account, and also you're going to need to have created a playlist. So once you have your playlist, you'll go to share, you'll go to Spotify code, and you'll take a screenshot of the image itself. Personally, I wanted it to be a bit of a secret of what the actual playlist songs were. So I cropped the entire image down just to the code itself. Once I had that finished, I saved it onto my device. Next, I went to Canva again, typed in folded card, and I picked thank you card because I like those templates the best. And so I customized it to say Merry Christmas, and I dragged an image of me and my sister, who I would, give this gift to, onto the template itself. You can do whatever you want in Canva. You can change it up however you like. And once you get it to your liking, you're going to want to make sure that the bottom page looks the exact same as the top. You don't have to, but it looks nice that way. But whenever it's time to print, you're going to want to make sure that the page itself actually is flipped at the bottom like this. If you don't do that, then the card itself actually, when you fold it, it's going to be upside down. So make sure when you have the code in there and everything that you flip it correctly. So then I typed out what I was going to put into my card, just because I like to make sure I don't get lost in the sauce. And so I just wrote what I wanted to write in my card. Once I was done, I tested out the code and it worked. And so honestly, that's it. For this next gift, you're going to want to purchase some charms or use some old earrings like I did that were broken. You're going to need a bowl and some vinegar to thoroughly clean these old earrings if you're going to give them as a gift. And so after sitting them, I rinsed them off just with some regular lukewarm water, and I scrubbed them with soap, and they ended up looking like this. So I was able to purchase these ends from the store, loop it around the metal that already existed on the earring itself. You can also do this with the charms that you find. I took a clip and I used that as a way to close the hole itself so it wouldn't go anywhere, and that was literally it. For this gift, I went back to handy dandy Canva and I typed in Polaroid, found these little small fill-in templates, and I uploaded some pictures that I wanted to use, and I just made sure that it covered the black space. I did that on all of the photos, and then I made sure they looked right, and I printed them out. After printing them, I cut them out and then I just sat them aside. Next, I found an old regular shirt and I had some plastic wrap, non-stick parchment paper, scissors, and an iron. Make sure your iron gets hot. I took the plastic wrap and made sure I was able to wrap it around the image so it looked like this. And then I took the non-stick parchment paper, layered it on top of the wrapped photo, and then I ironed it. If your iron doesn't get hot, you're going to have to go over it a lot. But if it does, you only need about 30 seconds. So then I carefully peeled it from the shirt. It looked like this. That's what it's supposed to look like, because then you're going to cut around it, cut off the excess. Then it'll look like this, nice and shiny. And so you're going to do that with all of these pictures. It just gives it a more real picture feel. Next, I got these tiny colorful clothespins. You're going to take these, and you're also going to take some sort of thread. I had embroidery thread, so that's just what I used. And then you'll just pin them on there, and that's it. Okay, so this is one of my favorites. You're going to need a mirror and you're going to want to peel off the back sticker. This was hard for me, and whenever I finished it, it looked gross, so I just took some soap and water and cleaned it. Next, you're going to take whatever color you like to use. I wanted to do kind of like a sunset, so I started with this dark orange. Then I moved on to a lighter orange. It doesn't look orange, but I promise that it is. And then I went in with some yellow. And if you notice, it looks clear, and so I went and did eventually 3 coats to really complete it. And so after that, I went and traced out some clouds because, as I've said before, I'm not an artist. And so I went with the Sharpie and traced over it so you could actually see it. I found this word online, Eunoia. I liked that it was unique and that it was different, and I liked the meaning. And so I just, again, traced with some pencil, went over it with Sharpie until I got what it looked like. I eventually wrote beautiful thinking over the top, and it looked like this. Okay, I promise we're almost done. So I got this mug from Target. I found some old raggedy candles from around my house, a bowl, and then I had some water getting ready to boil on the fire. I cut up some candles. My sister actually had to help me because this was like super difficult. You don't have to do this, but it will make the candle melt faster. So if you have someone in the house that can help, definitely let them. So when the water started to boil, I had my sister help me out again. You're going to place that bowl onto the pot. So then the heat from the boiling water will melt the candle down for you. I took some scent, put it into the melted candle, and then I took the wick and the center part of the old candle, placed it into the mug, and then poured the melted candle on there. If it spills, it's okay. Like, it's easy cleanup, I promise, because it can just peel. So we took some plants, some seeds, put it in there, let it dry, and you're done. Okay, last one. So you're going to need a jar, some sugar, and you're going to need some coconut oil. Follow the recipe on the screen for the best results, and then you're going to mix it together. Once you have it nice and mixed like you would like it, you're going to take some saran wrap or plastic wrap, place it over the jar with a rubber band, and wrap it. If you are seeing my face, congratulations, you've made it to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. It was actually a lot of fun for me. I've been trying to get more creative recently, so this was like the perfect excuse. But also, it just made a lot of sense. I don't know. I feel like these were realistic gifts. Not something that you've seen over and over and over again. Hopefully these were unique, and I hope these were helpful. In all honesty, this actually took me, I think I said before in the beginning, it took me a long time. So if you could give it a thumbs up for me, I would really, really appreciate it. And also comment below, let me know which one was your favorite. Let me know which one is the most realistic for you. If you decide that you're going to do one of these, just let me know which one you choose. I'm just generally curious and I would like to know. In addition, make sure to subscribe to my channel. If you did not know, I'm actually hosting a Christmas giveaway right now. So definitely make sure to enter that. I'll have it tagged in the corner and also in the description below. It ends January 1st, which is actually like slowly approaching. So definitely make sure to enter that. I'll also put my weekly subscriber goal on the screen. So if you feel like this is something that you can help me out with, definitely make sure to do so. I would really, really appreciate it. Also, definitely make sure to follow me on Instagram. My username is itschristtv. It's the same username as this channel. I do that on purpose so that you don't forget it, and I would love to see you there. Honestly, let's be friends. Like, 2021 is coming around, you know, let's be friends in the new year. So definitely just swing by over there. If you say hey, I'll say hey back. And I'm pretty sure that's everything. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Jingle bell.